Hey guys, welcome back. Woodworking here. Today we got another Vainglorious Bronze ranked game, and once again I'm playing Lance. He's a very big part of the meta right now, and he's definitely the hero I'm best on as well. You can see what we drafted. Just generally speaking, we are going to have a better late game than them, and they should be stronger early. And that's because Glaive falls off as the game goes on, as I've mentioned in other videos, and Blackfeather gets much stronger late game. We're going to do our first farm rotation here. One thing to take note of that I haven't mentioned in other videos is you see me always start my impale before the minions actually spawn. Minions spawn at 25 seconds, so I usually start my impale right after it hits 24. We hit the shop before them, and Celeste had a very well-timed rotation, so we're going to press into them. This engage was a little bit sloppy on my part. I got distracted by Arden, and my carries end up taking a little bit more damage than they should from Sky's forebrush. Turns out all right, though. We end up trading both our junglers for each other. We get a little bit more damage down on them than they got on us, and we're both going to disengage. And considering what I said earlier, that they should have a stronger early game, we have a stronger late game, that is definitely a win for us. I decided to go with Blackfeather. I'm assuming we're going to try to fight again because he was pretty aggressive the first time. He pings me to go to lane, no problem. I'm happy to be there. It's probably a good call by him anyway. It's going to get him leveled up faster, and as I said, we have a stronger late game. I get vision of Arden sitting in the lane bush right here, and we just decide to put a little poke down on him. We don't take any damage for it, so always good to do that. I don't know if you saw on the minimap there, but Blackfeather's getting engaged on by Glaive, and Arden is closer to the fight than I am. So Glaive ends up killing Blackfeather, and then we clean up Glaive. Another trade, 1-for-1, still early game. I still call that a win. Arden makes the unfortunate for him decision to run towards our jungle, and we end up tracking him down and getting a kill. Not really a big deal, but kind of dumb by him to go our way instead of their way. Sky came down kind of late to see if there was a fight to be had, but she doesn't want any of us. As per usual, getting Fountain first. Then I believe I go into War Treads and then Atlas for Glaive. And the reason I choose War Treads before Atlas in this game is our comp works best if we can get in and engage on the enemy team rather than having them engage on us. As you can see, Blackfeather is again pushing into their jungle. He probably should have not pinged me to go to lane initially if he wanted to be this aggressive in jungle, because we could have got a lot more out of it if I was with him every time. He smartly brings the fight back towards us, and as we get there, we get a really good fight, and we wreck the enemy team. Mostly due to the CC that I bring to the fight. After the fight's over, we got a 2-for-0 trade, good for us. Blackfeather decides to run straight to his own farm, so Celeste and I are going to push lane. Another option here would have been to push jungle and bully Glaive out of his jungle, although with respawn timers being so low right now, this was probably the right choice. Coming up on 5 minutes here, people are nearing level 6, everybody's going to get their ultimates. That's definitely an advantage for us, and I'm just looking to finish out Fountain and get further on with my build. If you look down on the minimap, Blackfeather ends up pushing into their jungle. He does get their front, so that's good for him. He's definitely winning the jungle battle, and he's winning it early, which he should not have the advantage in. I come down and buy Fountain, see that he pushed into their jungle. If he's going to be putting that much pressure on their jungle, I want to be there with him. I guess they were trying to gank Celeste while we were doing that, so they end up almost killing her. We get into this fight. There's another one of my sweet impales. As I mentioned, I'm just excellent at skill shots. I continue walking over to make sure Celeste doesn't get killed, and Blackfeather tracks down Sky, overstays his welcome over there. I probably should have turned around and gotten over there. I could have fountained him, but I was more worried about Celeste dying. But I did have time to get there, so that's completely my fault. He died. Arden does not have Fountain yet, and I do, and Celeste is level 6, and their Sky is level 5. And Glaive went Tension Bow, which is an item that falls off as the game goes on. And I already said we had the advantage late game, so Game's looking really good for us right now. The mine I left in Tribush tells us that they're trying to collapse on Blackfeather, so Celeste and I rotate over. Celeste gets there before me because she has tier 2 boots. Our Blackfeather's attacking Arden for some reason. Celeste and I both tried to drop some CC on Glaive. He had a really good afterburn to get out of it. Missing my Impale causes me to get stalled out, and my Fountain doesn't get to Blackfeather on time because of it. So that's kind of Blackfeather's own fault for attacking the roam. It loses us the fight, which is unfortunate because we were doing really well up to this point. As I said, I'm going to work towards War Treads in this game. Second item, grab some more vision. My vision so far has been great, and it's been helping us out a lot. One nice thing about losing that fight is all it really cost us is a little damage on our turret. They didn't get any of our jungle farm for it. It's always nice. Just kind of lucky the way the rotations worked out. We got an interesting little lane skirmish coming up here. As I mentioned before, vision helps out. We see Glaive sitting there. I get some nice CC on him. So he's already half dead when this fight starts. I dropped kind of an early Fountain, but we're still doing good work. And we get Glaive for it. And we're going to use that advantage to try to put some pressure on this turret. Here you're going to see the effects of not having vision in your kit. Arden comes to face check. Lane bush, we are all there. Kind of stupid by him, he should have known we were there. He dies for it, and we're going to just press right into this turret while Blackfeather steals some of their jungle farm. And that ended up being a big difference in this game is when we would win fights, we would get a lot for it. The few fights that they won, they got almost nothing for it. We might have even been able to take Goldmine here because we're all there and they're not. But we decided to go the more passive route and just take what we got. Celeste has no energy, so she ports. I'm going to go get closer to my War Treads. So if I was on the enemy team during this game, I would be kind of sweating right now because we've been winning pretty much everything up till this point. We have the advantage, and they kind of have a timer where Glaive's going to fall off. Here I see Arden and Sky rotate down. I know my Blackfeather's down there, so I'm going to follow them, keep vision on where they are. I can be in this fight. Arden drops a gauntlet trying to trap out Blackfeather. Glaive gets a really nice afterburn onto Celeste and almost bursts her down. Great Fountain by me, and she does well kiting. I'd get another Githian wall stun here, and it saves her life. After we secured the kill on Glaive, I go straight onto Sky, which is who we should be targeting. But for some reason, my carries go for the roam. I tank a forward barrage, expecting them to come and meet me, but they don't. Kind of a misplay by them. I know they got the kill on the Arden there, but if we would have gotten Sky, we could have got a lot more out of this fight. Probably a gold mine. And because of that, they chase Sky way too deep, almost to the choke point turret. As you can see, they're both low on energy, and they do end up getting Sky somehow. I didn't see it because I had spawned, but they trade 1-for-1 Sky for Blackfeather, so I guess that's still good. I'm going to come up and meet Celeste, just make sure they're not trying to track her down. We're all going to go back to doing our farming thing here. And as you see, they're all going to come up to lane. Celeste overextends here and misses reflex block and dies very quickly for it. So at this point, I'm assuming the enemy team is going to try to push Goldmine. That's what I would do if I was them. And they do. So Blackfeather and I are just going to kind of go show ourselves, try to flirt with the idea that taking the Goldmine is not safe. They turn on us, and Arden drops a nice gauntlet. This Arden only knows how to use the gauntlet as a containing type skill, so that's really nice for us. Maybe you should watch my other video and learn how to do the other types of gauntlets, because it would have helped them a lot in this game. I die because of gauntlet, and they are going to end up taking this gold mine. Nothing my carries can really do about it without overextend. So that was good by the enemy team. They finally got something for winning a fight. A bunch of my vision got popped, so I'm going to go place down 5 mines in anticipation of the Kraken about to pop. My Blackfeather sees Sky on the minimap, and he's going to head to lane, so I follow him as a good roam should. Although I'm about 5 seconds behind him, so by the time I get there, the whole team's there. They try to collapse on me. I made a good choice to go down and not try to go backwards. And it causes Glaive to kind of get caught out here. He kites backward, good by him. Just kind of trading back and forth. Another fight where I tank an entire forward barrage and die for it. But fortunately, my team decides to attack the carries this time. And look how much better this fight goes for us. Only thing I didn't really do well there was I used war treads on myself. I was really worried I was going to get caught out and die, and I didn't want the other team to have an advantage. But it would have been nice to have those war treads once they started moving back towards their shop. We just won another team fight. Kraken's about to spawn, and we are at the point in the game where we should be much stronger than the other team. The enemy Arden's gonna drop a flare super late here, and so my Celeste gets some really good damage on his glaive in the shop. Here you can see it's nice to have war treads, and we get a really good engage on Arden and glaive. Skye makes a really big mistake here. She should have just gotten out, and it's gonna cost her her life. Really early fountain by me. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess maybe I thought Blackfeather was gonna tank a forward barrage and I wanted to get out ahead of it. But nonetheless, it doesn't cost us anything. I secure this kill on Skye, and our Celeste has already started the Kraken. So, great fight for us. We've got a minion wave pushing into turret, and we're about to have a Kraken headed that way as well. While I'm shopping, I decided to work towards Crucible. Probably should have just infused here. I have kind of a bad habit of not infusing until I'm fully built. As we're cleaning up their jungle farm, you can see on the mini-map that the whole enemy team's right above us here. I tried to do war treads in to get a stun down, but Arden's waiting there with a gauntlet. Once again, he only does these contained gauntlets, and it doesn't really do much for them. I had a good stun and an Atlas on Glaive there. And Arden can't get out. Nice CC on Skye. I still have Fountain in the bag, and this game is over. So Blackfeather and Celeste played really well this game, other than choice of targets and some of those early fights. They targeted Arden a couple times, and those were fights we didn't do as well in. But they were both playing really aggressive, and that's always more important. My vision was great this game, probably one of the best vision games I've had in a while. I missed a ton of skill shots. Let's take a look at the builds real quick. Pretty standard stuff. I really liked the choice to go with war treads rather than Atlas first. Glaive went for more of a bursty comp. He wasn't trying to wear people down with multiple attacks. So that ended up helping out a lot. Everything else looks pretty standard. Nobody has defense for Glaive, so that's probably why he was able to be so bursty. But it all worked out. They were doing a lot of damage. So good for us. I hope you learned something. See you guys on the fold.